Hello everyone, my name is Svetlana Mucha. I'm the leading matchmaker and dating coach at Diolli.com, and today I'm filming a very unusual video for you. Greetings from Germany. Yes, I'm still in Germany. I'm in Munich, and as probably you can already see by the quality of the video, Sasha, our dear operator, is standing finally behind the camera. Today I took 2 trains, and in total I've spent like 5 hours trying to get here. And you know what? It rains. Like all these days they were sunny and pretty and beautiful, this really beautiful autumn in Germany, and today it rains. But an umbrella for 2 or 3 hours, if I remember correctly, and here we are filming a video. So guys, I hope you are happy to see professionally made videos again, to enjoy the quality sound, and I will try to do my best to talk about relationship, about dating tips while holding this umbrella. So in this video I want to talk about attitude and how it can prevent you from finding the one, from building a healthy relationship. There can be several scenarios. A first very common scenario is a situation when a person really doesn't want to meet someone, and this person can claim that he or she wants a relationship because everyone is having a relationship, everyone is looking for a relationship, everybody wants love, or holidays are coming over and no one wants to be single during Christmas or Thanksgiving or during your next birthday party. Or for example, a gentleman is pushing 40s or 50s or 30s, and this person starts searching for love because, well, everybody is doing it, and he or she feels the pressure that he also has to be doing it, or otherwise something is wrong with him. But deep down, this man or woman, he understands that he doesn't really want relationship because there will be changes, there will be challenges, and he actually likes his life the way it is, but he is afraid to be honest and to be sincere with himself and with the world. So such a person, he starts going out on dates. We have even worked with a couple of clients like that who have hired a matchmaker and they have paid for the service, but they do not commit to the process because deep down they know they don't want a relationship. And such people, they can sabotage their process regardless if we are planning an offline date or it is a Zoom date. For example, after the date, this man tells that I don't really have time to text her, I will text her in a few weeks. Or for example, they had a Zoom date not so long ago, and the gentleman, he didn't give us the feedback within a week, and he didn't text the lady within a week, even though like their Zoom date was about 2 hours long, and the lady, she was very excited about the next Zoom date. But of course, 1 week of silence, she has understood that he is not interested, and she has lost interest as well. So this guy, of course, he could have texted us or text her, or like he could have found the time, but on purpose he's not doing that. Because what if I will text her back and we will have another Zoom date? What if it will come up to the next date? What if I start liking her? Then what? A relationship, and he doesn't want one. So sometimes people sabotage their process by finding excuses that, you know what, I just can't find the time, or something come up at work, I can't do this or I can't do that. You can't imagine, but even when we were scheduling the dates in Ukraine, when people were traveling over for the dates, even prior to the dates, some men with this way of thinking that it's not going to work, I don't really want it to work, they kind of created this energy that something always came up. Because usually when we were scheduling the dates, like ladies were excited to meet the gentleman and everybody is looking forward to the date. And let's say we have a client, we will call him Peter, and Peter, during these several weeks when we are pre-selecting matches for him, he starts second-guessing everything, telling like, do you really think I have to meet Natalia? Maybe I should see all the matches. Maybe you should show me your base. Maybe I should see another girl. Maybe I should date younger or older. Do you think I should start looking only for blondes, because usually I dated blondes? So he starts finding these excuses, one can tell that he is just nervous. And yes, very often people are nervous because it's a new experience to go out there, to meet someone new, to show some vulnerability. You have to be brave to do it, and you have to be really motivated to be willing to do it. But in the case with a man like Peter, he starts second-guessing everything, like, do you really think, Svetlana, I have to meet Natalia? What does your psychologist think about it? Maybe we should discuss it. But Peter, we have discussed it already with you during 2 calls, and if you don't want to meet her, we can look for another match. But then the scenario repeats itself. Again, he starts second-guessing if he has to meet this lady, if she is good enough. And when he finally gets the tickets to travel over, like out of 5 approved matches, 2 ladies got sick because it was COVID, and one lady called us, like, when his plane was already in the air flying to Ukraine, she called telling that, you know what, I'm so sorry, but I just got a high fever and I made a test and I got COVID. And we have started to reschedule, finding a plan B, because we always have a plan B. And then right before he has landed in Ukraine, the other lady called that, you know what, I have just tested positively with COVID. This man, he didn't have any communication prior to the dates with these ladies. So there is no emotional connection, like he just saw the profiles, the ladies saw the profiles. Yes, it is a romantic adventure to travel over and to meet someone, but there is no real connection yet. So to be honest, it doesn't matter much if we will pre-select another candidate who matches all the criteria, shares his values, and has similar long-term goals, because they have never met with previous ladies. So your attitude when you start second-guessing something, and when on purpose you start thinking that I don't want this thing to happen, because you know this feeling. Sometimes when our friends ask us out and we don't want to go, we feel so cozy, so relaxed at home, we start looking for excuses, like, do I feel well? Maybe I'm sick. Maybe my kid is sick. Maybe my dog is sick. Maybe it rains. To find an excuse, to find alibi, to tell your friends that, you know what, I can't really come over. And sometimes men and women are with the same attitude, that deep down they don't want this acquaintance to work, or they don't want to be in relationship. They create another scenario. For example, they can start pushing their date to cancel the meeting, to lose interest, to have a fight. How can they do it? They can ask a very insensitive question. They can share a very insensitive story. They can start disappearing if, for example, there is communication prior to the date. They can appear uninterested or super arrogant. So with whole this attitude, they try to push the other party away to later tell that, see, Svetlana, it's not me, it's her. I really wanted it to work out, but she just couldn't stand it that for 5 days after our last call I was silent. Well, it's kind of not surprising if after disappearing after the Zoom date for 5 days, the other party loses interest. Well, it's normal, it's predictable. And you have to be very honest with yourself. Do you really want this acquaintance to work out? Do you really want it to happen? If you do, make sure that you are not subconsciously sabotaging your process by choosing wrong questions, by disappearing, by having these thoughts that I don't really want this to happen. It's okay to be excited and nervous prior to the date. It's okay to be excited and nervous prior to the trip. I'm sure many of you who are frequent travelers know this feeling when you don't really want to wake up at 3 a.m. and to go somewhere and you start doubting yourself. Well, but it's a 5 minutes feeling. It's not like you won't enjoy the trip. So you have to track these feelings. Do you really want to meet someone? Are you sabotaging this process? Are you really committed to the process? This summer we have introduced our male client to a lady, and I was very excited about this meeting. They both are in their 30s, the lady in her early 30s, the gentleman in his late 30s, and they have so much in common, and their long-term goals align, and they have really similar values. And you know, sometimes when you talk to a man, you are thinking about a woman, it's a professional habit, because they really have so much in common, but they both have self-sabotaged this date. The lady, she has started second-guessing it probably several days prior to the date. She has started texting our psychologist telling that she wasn't sure if they should meet, because she was not sure that now with the time there is war in Ukraine and there is this and that. And our psychologist Alessia, she has managed to calm down the lady and to discuss with her that life goes on. And 2 weeks prior to that, she was telling that she really wants to meet someone. Then 2 days prior to the date, the lady has started texting me that she didn't know what to wear because the weather was not nice, and it actually, the weather forecast has predicted that it was going to rain, and she has planned to wear one thing, and with rain she couldn't wear it. So you could already tell that her mood was like elsewhere, not on the date. And the gentleman, he was supposed to meet several ladies, and out of a sudden he has decided that he already knew that one of them would be the one. He has talked to all the ladies, because right now we do them dates and we do introductions in some cases prior to the live offline date. And after having several Zoom calls, he has decided that one lady was the one, because she was a bit younger, her English was better, and he found her pictures more appealing. So he kind of was looking forward to this date, and he tried to convince me, he tried to convince himself that he didn't really need to meet the other ladies. Why to meet them if he already made his mind after like having 2 Zoom dates with each lady? We have tried to convince him that it was too soon to decide, that he had to meet in person all the ladies to jump into any conclusions, because you can't really predict chemistry after a few text messages or after several Zoom calls. No, you have to meet offline, you have to go out on several offline dates to build this feeling, to discuss all the important topics, to understand if there could be more. But in his mind, he was looking for this excuse how not to go out with other ladies. And I felt it, myself, my team, we have tried to rearrange the way he was thinking, to make his dating strategy more smart. But you know, clients not always listen to their matchmaker. So after traveling to Europe and after meeting like first 2 ladies, he was kind of distant, absent during these dates. And the lady that wanted to cancel the date because she didn't have the right dress, and actually now you can tell me that she is a shallow type. No, she is actually a sweetheart and she is very smart, but she is confused about dating. She's not experienced in dating like many professionals who have invested lots of time and effort into getting an education and building a career. She didn't have time to actually date and to understand how to do it. So she got her confirmation that she should have stayed at home, because he was not really present, he didn't tell her any compliments, and the date was off. Well, the gentleman, he was just sitting through these 2 dates with first 2 ladies because he was looking forward to the dessert, the 3rd lady. And just like we have predicted, unfortunately with the 3rd lady, it didn't work out, because like first impression, like first butterflies, this was just strong physical attraction. So they met for 2 lunches and the interest went downhill and the feeling was mutual. But the gentleman has already sabotaged 2 previous dates with 2 previous matches because of his attitude. So your attitude, it does matter. If you believe that things are going to work just well, if you are open-minded, if you are flexible, because it is important to be really open-minded and flexible, then things are going to work out just well. If you will be very close-minded, If you will be very strict, very conservative about your attitude, trust me, it's not going to happen. Trust me, if deep down you hope that things won't work out, that you need those proofs, that you don't need it, that dating is not for you, that women are just evil and want you only for your money, then you will get your confirmation to all your fears. Because our thoughts, they truly create our reality. Guys, I hope it was helpful. And I hope you like the picture. It's been a while since I have filmed videos with Sasha, and I really don't mind the umbrella. Actually, it's a new experience. Sasha, maybe you will put a little photo of yourself into the video so that people know who you are and whom am I addressing. I want to wish everybody lots of love. Svetlana Mucha, especially for Diolli.com from Munich, Germany.